All right, it's Tuesday afternoon, March 17th. Happy St. Patty's Day to everyone out there. Happy spring break to a lot of people out there. Dave Van Auken, L. Dawson. L, how are you, friend?
I'm good. I just shoved a bunch of chicken tenders in my face while I was muted.
That's the show. That's the show. Talking about the show, the Savage one, Gillian the Savage Robertson will join us in 57 minutes. 17-8. That's 5 in a row now for Savage. 5 in a row. Someone's been talking to her and backing her since day one, but it's pretty good. It's a good day in Fight Bananas land. First of all, we'll always start the show with this, us being us, L. Dude, we went on a mini vacation, the Van Auken spring break, the kids, 4 days in Orlando, Florida, a lot of fun activities, Disney, all that stuff. And Susie, on her birthday, it was her birthday 2 days ago, all she wanted to go to was that fish place that L. Dawson wanted us to go to in Orlando a year ago, 2 years ago for a Game Bread show. And so we go there. She loved it. And we sit down at the table. It's chaotic. L, you know, that's Disney. And she goes, dude, I remember with Elle and Maddie here, she was like, oh, I was just thinking of Elle. I was like, I'll let her know that. By the way, she doesn't know that the Dawsons got a very, very beautiful, nice gift for Susie, sent it. We came back from Orlando, this beautiful box of there. She's like, look at all this. She's like, you know, no one sends 40-year-olds presents anymore, but you gave her a present. So thank you very much, Elle. You're the best.
Of course. No, you guys are the best. I'm glad she had a wonderful birthday weekend. That fish place is so freaking good. It's called Cook's, guys.
Cook's.
You live in or you're visiting Orlando.
The best.
Cook's. Best fish and chips, gluten-free fish and chips.
Yeah.
You don't have to get that, but I can get that, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Onion rings, amazing.
Oh, yeah. And like, she's like, the tartar sauce is amazing. It's like to live for. And we got chicken and fries and we did it all. Man, I said it to Susie before we left. I'm like, hey, it's vacation. It's 4 kids in Orlando. Like, that's just, we're saying yes. We got ice cream everywhere we went. We had so much good food. You know where we went to too? It was literally a Dawson. We went to Cook's and Shake Shack one night. Oh, it was the best. The best.
You haven't been to Shake Shack in a while.
Maybe last night with me. Last night with me.
Might be.
Well, spoiled Floridians. I know. Life is good. The weather's good. It's actually really cold here today, but spring, it was so beautiful all weekend long in Orlando. So, all right, let's kind of get into it. We got a big one in London this week. It's wild that I remember when London had a show or a fight night. It felt like the biggest thing ever. It's Tuesday, and the main event's awesome, and we'll get into it. But like, other than that, I'm not like hyped on the event. Am I wrong on that, El?
Yeah, and no, you're not wrong. I feel like I'm gonna pull up the card too. I feel like with these, they used to make the London card was a once in a while thing, and I think the same thing has happened with Canada cards and Paris cards.
Yeah, good call.
They were so excited because the fans were so excited for them to bring an event there that the UFC is probably like, oh, we have to go back. And to be honest, even though there's not a lot of big name value on those cards now, I think the regional fans know their regional fighters.
Sure.
And so they will still come in. But dude, Michael Aswell, love the guy, great fighter, super exciting. Is that actually the co-main event, or is this?
No, that's the co-main.
He's had
crazy.
2 UFC fights now?
Crazy. Oh, dude. L, I forgot real quick, just super, super quick. I gave you the flowers at the beginning. I want my damn flowers right now. One on this show last Tuesday. Did I say Chimaev and Strickland? I'm like, guys, it hasn't been announced. That's the date. Yeah. Guys, that's the date. Everyone's like, are you in the comments? Everyone's like, are you serious? I'm like, guys, I know it. It's the date. Also, did I tell you that like Leary or that rhymes with Larry Dairy Ferry?
It was terrible. Whatever you did not rhyme with
I gave the hit. Mike Perry versus Nate Diaz on the card. I told the world that was the triple headliner. So I want my damn flowers. I should start a business that I should give everyone inside information. I don't want to post it anymore. I'm done posting it. I don't want that world. Don't want it. But Mike Perry versus Nate Diaz. But all right.
Account.
Back to you, El. Back to you. I'm sorry. I want my flowers. I want them.
No, I feel like because they're going there so often.
Yeah.
There aren't that many huge industry plant. There aren't that many huge UK names to fill a London card every 8 months,
I know.
And so
Or
there's
let's
good
just
fights on this card. There are.
there's
But
good fights, but where they messed up, and let me know if I'm wrong. MVP should be fighting, Israel Adesanya on this card. So don't put Izzy on Seattle next week. Make that the co-main. And it's like, this is amazing. Like they missed the mark.
yes, I feel like they could have done that. However, the Sam Patterson fans that know him are going to turn up live. The MVP fans are going to turn up live for that fight. And so you have two exciting,
no.
It's kind of a weird matchup because
it's a weird matchup. Don't.
If I were matching up MVP, I would match him up with exciting strikers. Sam Patterson's really more of a grappler.
Yeah. And again, and I know this might not come off the right way. Sometimes it's about the poster. Like sometimes Izzy versus MVP. Like the probably the paths will never cross again. Maybe Izzy's got one or two more. I don't know. Like to make this, and you ready for this one? People won't. That could have been the main event.
MVP doesn't want to fight at middleweight anymore, though.
No, you're right. Okay, so then give me an awesome welterweight. Give me, there's 10 of them. I don't know, like Jack Della Maddalena versus MVP right here as the just give me a banger matchup. Like,
yeah, I get what you're saying.
They go there too often, so you nailed that one. And then when they go, they need to, like LaRon Murphy, I get as the main event versus Mosar. That's awesome, and that is a title eliminator. That's a big fight, but nothing else on this card makes I have to stop what I'm doing and have to watch this card. There's nothing else.
Yeah, no, I agree, and it's like I think the local fans will turn up with the ticket sales, but oh wow, 2,000 pounds. I guess that's fair. Like if you want to sit, but will people? Jake, you tell me because you live there. You live in the UK. Are the local fans, are they gonna fill the nosebleed section, or is this gonna be like a half empty arena? Like in your experience, I do feel like the UK fans, they do tend to show up.
They will show up. They'll show up, but and I didn't know we were going with this one. We'll get into that one. We will get into that one. Someone.
Okay. It's not. But
just real quick.
Everybody's gonna look terrible, Dave.
We'll get We'll get into that. We're in this one first. Just real quick. My light is crazy, right? My light is wild.
Yeah, it keeps
okay. Brendan Shaw talked about this, and then me and my brother had a 30-minute conversation. And this is we do this show every Tuesday, and we talk and we post for Fight Bananas, and we're going to events. I think we're pretty close on going to that big LA event, and I know you're going to Pittsburgh in a couple weeks. So this is what we do. I feel that the UFC and like what they did on London and what they're doing on the White House, it's like, hey, they have you. And now Brendan Schaub did the best analogy ever. Like I'm just being honest. And I know it's a bad analogy, but if Grant Dawson, love him to death, very good looking man, great shape. If he just stopped caring, if he just gave up and, became overweight, didn't shave, didn't brush his teeth, if he didn't do good husband stuff, like that's my, over time, and maybe not the first day or the first month, over a couple years, you might be like, darling, like, please try, or this is going to get tough. Like, I'm just throwing that out there. You know what I mean? The UFC is doing this. Like, they have you. We love it. We watch everything. I watch everything, but it just seems like they just don't care. Like, the co-main event is Aswell on the London show. Like, remember, it used to be Aspinall, then Patty, and then Molly, and then LaRon Murphy was on the prelims fighting. Ilya Taporia was on this card, like on the prelims. It's just, they just don't care. They don't.
It's that they missed the window of developing new superstars to take over. They're just now realizing that they have no superstars left and they need to develop more. Like they're in this like really bad season. This is the best comment here from John Dawn. The White House card is not as good as it was promised to be, but it still has 7 guys who have headlined a pay-per-view in the past, and it is still a good card. I 100% agree with John here. there is no universe where the quality of those fights are not going to be substantially better than watching a bunch of really old retired MMA fighters fight on Netflix. I'm sorry. Am I going to watch it? Yes. But it is not going to be a better night of fights.
I'm not saying it's a better night, but by the way, what you guys, the last line, John, you wrote this, not me. You're not a plant. John, by the way, we appreciate you and we like you a lot. John, you go, it's still a good card. That's a problem. We don't want a good card. It's the White House card. They promised us the greatest MMA event ever. It's not. They lied to us. That's what I'm trying to say. The UFC has us. We'll watch everything. They keep lying to us and lying to us and lying to us. This is the honest truth. I don't just remember paying $8 a month. So we're getting an $8 a promise. Like, this is what they're giving. It's like, hey, it's cheaper. And they're giving us cheaper. We don't want that. Like, yeah, exactly. They just got 7.7. They promised us the greatest ever, L. The greatest ever. Not I. I didn't come out and be like, dude, I think this White House is going to be the best. They did, not me. They gave us a good card. And it is a good card. You ready? I think it's a very good card. I think that top 2 fights are awesome. I can't wait. I can't wait to watch it. But they promised us the greatest ever. If I promise you the greatest honeymoon ever and then take you to Orlando to Cooks in Orlando, like, you'd be like, hey, that's good, but is that the greatest honeymoon ever? It's not.
All right, Dave, you
come on.
I have to pull this comment on because I haven't had a chance to talk shit on Nate Diaz in years because he's been retired that long, Dave. No, we don't all want to see Nate Diaz fight. I didn't want to see Nate Diaz fight when he was still in the UFC. He's not a good fighter, period. He's better than the main event's going to be on that card, but it's still going to be bad.
Guys, hell, and I think we talked about this, but now this is just hammered in with the last 10 days. More people in this universe, in this world, are going to watch that Netflix card than the White House. It is.
No, I agree. I agree.
And that is crazy to me.
It's going to be terrible to watch.
I don't disagree with you, and you're spot on and right, like always, El. You are. But the UFC, imagine like Disney World promised us the greatest Disney day, like the greatest attraction day ever. Disney's the hood ornament of attractions, and then Wet and Wild. Do you remember Wet and Wild? Like back in the day, a 90s water park, and they're like, hey, we promised you the best day ever, and they do a better attraction. Sorry, that's a horrible analogy. But my point is,
on the brain.
MVP is going to have more eyes on its card than the UFC White House card. That's a problem. Like, the UFC doesn't care about us anymore. They don't. They are moving on. They are getting fat. They are getting not shaven. They don't care about their significant other, which is us, the fans. They don't care about us anymore.
You good? You done?
I didn't even know I was going to do this today. I didn't know.
I wasn't ready. I haven't been caffeinated enough for this version of me.
I'm in it. I'm in it right now.
I agree with everything you guys are saying, except that I want to watch an ATS fight. Everything else, I agree with what you guys are saying. Like, here's the issue. I don't think it's that they don't care. I think it's that they screwed themselves they didn't understand what they had and that it required maintenance. They fully expected to be able to make this card big enough that Conor and Jones would want to be on it. And then they didn't. Like, they thought that they were going to save the White House card. And then also, like,
they did want to be on it, El. Can I stop you on that? They did want to be on it.
Well, I think Jones wanted to be on it if the UFC would pay him an obscene amount of money that they're not willing to pay.
Well, I have an issue with that. Like, you nailed it right there. You did nail it. For the UFC is a business and they have shareholders and it's a company. It's a different thing. But once in a while if Jones and Poatan was the main event, I think we're okay. I think they're like, wow, that's the biggest fight that they can make.
I agree.
And if they paid him $30 million, he would have done it like one time. And we agree. I think you and I both agree. Actually, inside the octagon, Gane versus Poetan's a better fight. It's going to be super fun when that bell rings. It's going to be awesome. But if that's
actually a question mark. Like, I feel like I know Jones beats Poetan.
Yeah.
But I don't know here. Like, that's fair. We don't know what else went on behind the scenes, though. Was he asking for $30 million and a retainer up front? And Dana's like, I don't even know if he'll show up. Like, I could see Jones doing something ridiculous and them being like, we can't count on him. And he's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Sure. I don't know if any of that's true. I wonder what happened behind the scenes. But I think you're right. I think they put all their eggs in that basket. And then for whatever reason, somebody wouldn't play ball.
Back to, and my point of like why, and I keep, this is such a dumb analogy, but I keep using you're in my face and you know how much we love and adore you, Al. Whatever you like on a honeymoon or on a birthday trip, it was my wife's birthday weekend in vacation. She's like, hey, I want to do this. You know what we did, El? We did that. Whatever she wanted, right? It's something about Disney and whatever. She wanted to do something. We did it. Whatever the UFC had to do to capture Jon Jones on this card, they should do it. I know it's overpriced. I know you're setting a barrier. Yeah, Jake, I exactly. If you put out a contract, $30 million. I understand, but if you put out a contract for, say, hey, $23.5 million, you think John's walking away from that? If the contract's literally out there, they fax it over. There's like, hey, John, $23.48 million to main event. You think he's literally going to turn it down? They got to 10. Like the highest they got to was 10, and John said no. Yes. Someone who cares.
Someone who cares. I think you're right, and maybe not new, but more. They need more. Yes. You have two guys doing the job that should be like maybe 10 people. Like there are two matchmakers. Obviously, I'm not counting Hunter. I know he does some of the matchmaking, but for the most part, it's Mick Maynard and Sean. That's it. So if you have, I almost called him Sean Sterling for a second because I was looking at Sean's name in the comment section. But like, if there are so many fighters on the roster now, do you even know what we're at now, numbers wise? Like, that's so much work for two people. I'm with you. I think they could use more
for sure.
Bigger team.
And also, and I know I'm going off, and I'm not saying a fan because a fan, there's so much behind it. And again, who told you about Nate Diaz and Mike Perry being on that card? Who told you Strickland Chimaev? I know so much crazy backdoor information. There's so much stuff that happens behind the scenes. Elle knows a ton as well. It will blow people's minds, like fans. But they just need more. I don't want to say normal, but just like more people that are passionate about the UFC, someone who's not trying to make money, or someone's not like someone who just wants to put on great fight cards. Like if me and you put on a fun International Fight Week card and we saw the pieces, me and you, Elle, would kill it. Like we'd be like, dude, Van versus or Horiguchi, because after Van wins, you know what I mean? Like
we out of money so fast.
But I disagree. The UFC, you ready for this one? They can't run out of money. They just signed an $8 billion deal, Elle. They can't.
Well, remember, TKO Group is so much bigger than the UFC.
I know, but
so where is that money already allocated to? But we don't know all the places.
I know, but the sponsorship, when you run out of money, especially when you're a successful business, is when you get cheap. And that's what they're doing. They're like, hey, we're cutting corners here. We're cutting corners here. If they just keep going all in, the NFL is not running out of money, Elle. Like they're on fire. Like companies that have McDonald's is not running out of money. They just keep going this, just keep on spending it, and more people will come.
Chick-fil-A, on the other hand.
Hey, no, this is crazy. And then Sean, and again, Sean said this. Okay, people are complaining for Jones, like, oh, they're going to be solid, and they probably hope for Alex wins. And then this is where Sean, sometimes in life, this is what boxing used to do. If this guy does this, and then it never happened. We have the chance for the biggest card ever for Jones and Poetan. Just give it to us. Stop trying to go 3-4 down the road. If Elle Dawson wants Shake Shack for dinner, I'm giving Elle Dawson Shake Shack for dinner. I'm not going to say 2 weeks from now. You never know. We might be busy. Elle might get hurt. I might get sick. Elle, I'm going to give you what you want. Give the UFC fans what they want. We want Poatan and Jones. Give it to us.
How much longer till Gillian gets here?
I'm sorry. I had no idea this was going to happen today.
I didn't know I was going to get screamed at for typing.
I'm sorry, chat.
It's okay. No, you're not wrong. Like I agree with what Sean's saying. Like I think that's a better fight. I think it's a closer fight. I think it's a more competitive fight as long as Gon doesn't poke Pereira in the eye. But it's just not as big of a fight. And ticket sales, Dave, MSG, you can make so much money. White House, I don't even know. I mean, yeah, there's not ticket sales for the White House. So it's like, yes, they are taking a loss on this card. And like you said, maybe shareholders said, no, you can't take that big of a loss. We don't care if it's John Jones. Who knows?
Other than ticket sales, guys, just hear me out. It's the last time I'm going to say this. I'm going to get off this ledge. The UFC promised us the greatest card of all time. And I don't care where we're at, on what side of the field you're at, red, blue, anything within the United States of America. By the way, the baseball team's playing for the gold medal. The hockey team just won the gold medal. I don't care what side. This is on the lawn of the 250th anniversary of America. I love this country. I don't care who's in charge, all that. I'm just saying I love America. The UFC, not baseball, not football, the biggest sport in the world, not basketball. It's literally in season in June. The UFC is on the lawn of the White House. It's the greatest thing ever. Like, people who are negative about it, I apologize. I won't be. I love our country and I love the UFC. It is amazing. It is a one of one. It's never going to happen again. We could have got John Jones versus Poatan, probably the biggest fight in our sport ever. We didn't get it because we wanted to save $8 million and get more ticket sales. That will drive me crazy forever. I hate that.
What if they're trolling us right now? What if they are doing this because they know that there's so many leaks now that they could never have like a reveal like they did for UFC 200 with the big Brock Lesnar on? Yeah, like they know there's too many leaks. Yeah. What if this is all a ploy? And on just June 1st, they announce, but that I don't know. Who's he fighting though? That's the thing. Yeah,
and maybe something happens to Gone of the Way, and they're like, John, we got to give you $30 million, and the card stinks. No one cares about it. Like, does anyone else see the public? Like, and I'm not just one. It's ever since they made this card, you're in it too. You're married to a significant fighter in the UFC, and I know he's probably not crapping on the card. Maybe he is. I don't know. But like the negative reaction to the greatest event ever, it's been negative for 2 weeks straight. I'm just everything I hear is negative about the card.
No, I think everybody has the same consensus. Is this a good card? Yes. Yeah. Is it good enough to be the White House card? Absolutely not. Like I think everybody's on board. Fighters, managers, fans, everybody agrees. Like, it's just you can't, like, they overpromised and underdelivered. So it's like maybe they are scrambling. Who knows?
And I know you're not on the social media thing, but Ronda Rousey, MVP, had a big meeting, a big like press conference in LA in front of the arena, and Rousey and Nagano was there and all that stuff. And Ronda blasted the UFC, be like, dude, do you see she was blasting how bad the White House card is?
I mean, Ronda's been blasting the UFC for the last 3 years.
But now she has, okay.
Now she has a valid point.
Exactly. That's if you're blasting the UFC, who is doing good to the fans and has given us the greatest cards ever, she looks bad. But she's actually the voice of the people now. She is getting, people are like, dude, Ronda's right. And dude, I agree. Ronda's always had a little bit of like, you love her or you really dislike her. She's really polarizing.
I don't think she's been loved at all for a minute, just because she's alienated her entire fan base.
Now she's getting love. I'm telling you, she is like this. Because the UFC gave her this ammo.
Yeah, no, that's fair. No.
This is classic. If Dana says good morning, you have to check if the sun is up. That is so good.
Yeah.
Elle will love this comment.
Oh, it's a great fight. This fight is not getting enough love. Dave is not giving this fight enough love. Diego Lopez and Steve Garcia is a banger. And Steve Garcia is an underrated guy who is going to fight for a title at some point. Like, he is world class.
It's a really fun fight. It is. It's a really fun fight.
I think it's a toss-up too. I think people are like, because Lopez has been, he's been in so many big fights already. They're like looking at him as the clear favorite. I don't think you should write Steve Garcia off in any striking battle.
No, it's a fun fight. It's a fun fight. I think all the fights that, Michael Chandler and Rufy, a lot of people are like, what? Chandler's fighting? It's not Conor, all that stuff. But that's a good fight as well. Like it's good fights, guys. It is good, but it's.
No, this should not have happened though. Like someone who cares. Yes, this is why I'm a little eye rolling at Ronda right now, because she was like, I'm going to be on that card. And the UFC's like, no, you're not, because we put active, good, still competitive fight. Like there is no fighter in the UFC currently on the roster that I think Ronda Rousey can beat. I'm sorry. I just don't think that person exists currently in the UFC. So they would literally have to bring in another retired fighter. Like, and the money, like it doesn't make sense. And the quality of that fight would be so low, it would never have made sense to put Ronda on the White House card. So I agree. I think she was a little salty because she saw this big thing and she thought that they would call back these legends, but that's not how the sport, the NFL doesn't call back retired quarterbacks for the Super Bowl.
You're spot on, El. You're spot on with that.
Why would they do that? So it's I think everybody's in agreement here, Jake. It's a great card. It's just not what they promised us.
The Ronda point is you're spot on, and that's where I think I don't mind them not having Ronda. I don't even mind because a lot of people are like, hey, they should have done. People even said, why not have Nate and Perry on the card? And there's a couple of those fights. I don't mind at all.
That's better. Don't get me wrong.
It is better. It is. It's a BMF type of fight.
And Ronda, but it's still not UFC level anymore. Neither of them are.
Like, they just didn't do enough top pound for pound type of fighters. And two, where they really missed the mark. And I say this all the time. It's any kind of thing, anything in life. They always say at the wedding, if you get the food right, nothing else matters. If everyone's happy with eating their dinner after long, ceremony, we're all good. If it's an open bar, we're good on a wedding. If the UFC would have nailed, if it was Jones and Poatan and Islam versus Ilya, the next four could have been the next four. We would have been happy with it. We really would. I'm telling you, they missed on the top.
I feel like we have to move on from this because Dave has made 3 different analogies about the White House that are all basically the same.
Yeah. So can we talk about Gillian Robertson winning?
What?
Can we talk about Gillian Robertson winning once again?
Yeah. For those of you who missed, she and I went live very shortly on Saturday night, and she addressed the many, many, many questions about her hip, which I'm sure people will ask her again when she comes on Tuesday. But she said she didn't feel it in the fight. Said she felt good, got it done, and it immediately hurt after. But I'm happy to see her get it done. I definitely feel like she should be getting the next title shot. Obviously it's a little up in the air with Weili Zhang, her probably deciding where she wants to go. It would be, I'm sure she would get a title shot as soon as she wants it at 115. But she may not be ready. She is not the most active fighter. So I think it's very plausible that we see G and Dern fight before the end of the year.
And you ready for this one? And, me and G have a really good relationship. So I will definitely say this when she comes on in 26 minutes. I thought Lamoche looked really good. I thought Amanda looked very good. Like first round, Amanda looked good, striking, moving in and out. Like I think she stuffed like 1 or 2 of G's takedowns early in the first round. Also, the couple elbows in the back of the head annoyed the crap out of me because you know how much I love G. But I did like how aggressive she was. Like when G had her, she was like, "Hey, no, I'm going to do work on you if you're going to get takedowns." I thought Amanda looked good. And that's what makes this win for G that much even better. That was a very good Amanda Lamoche that night. And G's like, no, I dominated the second and third round. Like, I thought that was a really good win.
I think that's what they expected. And that's what they planned for because Lamoche is definitely a stronger fighter in the first round. And it showed. G wore her down, she wore her down substantially throughout the fight. Did the work on top, and yeah, got it done. That first round scared me. Someone who cares, yeah, no, that's it, dude. I don't think people understand her level of grappling on top is pretty unusual for any fighter, but especially in women's MMA. Like the decision making.
Yeah.
There are some world class female fighters that don't necessarily make the best in fight decisions, and Gillian has that. She has got that piece of the game down pat when it gets to the ground. She floats on top. She makes every decision at the exact right moment, and it really is impressive to watch.
You know what I think that is, though? And tell me, I'm a novice, so tell me if you're like Dave, that you're way off on it. I think Gillian doesn't fight emotionally. I think the word savage, she's in there. She's so cold and calculated. Sometimes I feel like fighters will do emotional things in there when like, oh, you're going for my arm. Like she's already puzzling around stuff. She's so locked in, savage-y, and she doesn't fight emotional. Like she does what she needs to do inside that octagon and gets out. Where I think other female fighters, and tell me if I'm wrong, kind of fights emotionally. It makes bad decisions when you're emotional.
I think that's true. I think that's one of the reasons why decision making is not. You don't always find it in good decision making in women's MMA fights. Yeah. Like you find superb athletes that have the ability to finish fights, but it's not always like this super technical, like a John Silva fight. There's like this. There's this. What's the word I'm looking for? There's this like clear path to how the finish comes. I feel like you don't always see that in women's MMAs, but you do see things when you see a G finish, you know where it came from because she was already setting up every step to get there for the first and second round,
Right. And Sean, we love and respect you. I'm just going to disagree on this one. Sure. Can she get better at it? For sure. Maybe she would say the same thing, but, with 5 wins in a row, and I'm not saying she doesn't need to get better. She always needs to get better and evolve for sure. And she might say the same thing. But I do think she knows how she wants to win fights, where other fighters and other mixed martial artists, you ready for this one? Other high-end UFC fighters don't know how they're going to win on that Saturday night. She knows what she needs to do. And again, I think it's 8 out of the last 10 fights in the UFC. She gets it. And I'm not making excuses. That one against Tabitha, she'll say she should have definitely not done it. It is what it is. It's part of the fight game. But I think she knows what she needs to do, and she's so dominant and so good at it. She can tell Amanda what she's going to do, and she couldn't stop it. Like, that's a scary, scary tactic. Kind of Ronda Rousey-ish in her prime. Like, we all knew what was coming, and she was slicing through girls in 30 seconds. Like, just that avenue of, like, you know what's coming.
Right. What is Jake Nichols brought up? Are you talking about Natalia Silva? That's a different weight class.
Yeah, that's flyweight, my man.
Maybe he might just be comparing, like she hasn't gotten a title shot yet. Which I would expect her to get the next one, definitely.
She just beat Rose, right? Am I wrong on that one?
Yeah.
Okay. I think she's actually next. I think she is next.
I definitely think she's next. It's also the reason I think she hasn't got her title shot yet was there were people ahead of her. There were a lot more options for title shots at 125 than there are at 115 right now. At 115 right now, there are really 3 options. There's Weili Zhang coming back down.
Yep.
There is Tatiana, and there's Gillian. And
Tatiana's booked against someone pretty good.
Yeah, and she's already booked. I'm just saying, like, those were the options.
Okay.
And I feel like with Tatiana, the reason she is not getting the title shot is just simply because I felt like her performance over Lemos was not super impressive, in my opinion. I thought G beat her better. And she has a tough fight. Lupi Godinez, definitely people would probably consider her just a well-rounded martial artist, but she is a good wrestler. I don't know that she can wrestle at Tatiana's level. We'll have to wait and see. But Lupi is really, really good.
She is.
So I'm excited. I love her. She's so fun to watch. But lots of questions today.
Yeah, keep going. Yeah.
Is that style going to work? Dern and Gillian is a really interesting matchup to me because I feel like Mackenzie Dern is super scrappy and she throws a ton of volume, but she has. I feel like she and Gillian have dealt with the fact that they're specialists in two different ways. Gillian has dealt with her I don't even want to call it a hole, but like she knows where she has the biggest advantage, right? I feel like she has dealt with the fact that she's a grappling specialist by meticulously building her game around that piece. And meanwhile, Mackenzie just went a different path, and I respect it. And I think it's awesome. She's acknowledged that she's dangerous on the ground, and then if she gets there, she can do what she needs to do. But she's almost created like this chaos on the feet. And even when she gets taken down, because she's not, I wouldn't consider Dern like a great wrestler. She's a great jiu-jitsu practitioner. And so like Verna was taking her down and Mackenzie was like just freaking balling out almost, just throwing weird strikes, elbowing off her back, kicking, like creating chaos and high volume exchanges that just made it really difficult for Verna to advance. So I just feel like they've built very different games, but they both have super, super high level grappling. And so I'd be interested to see where a fight between them plays out, if it's more on the mat or if it's more on the feet,
Well, and spot on like always though, if Gillian's fighting, it will get down to the mat. Like it will. Like I feel really strongly about that. Someone will ask, that's a great question in a second. And you kind of nailed it. To me, Gillian, MMA wise, is a way better grappler than Mackenzie Dern. And maybe you guys can call me a homer, and that's fine. Okay, thank you.
MMA grappling is different than jiu-jitsu.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Okay. I don't have to say anything else. Nailed it.
This was a good question too. Bia and Kayla. I don't think Bia and Kayla will ever fight each other, to be completely honest. I think Kayla will come back, fight Amanda. And I think that maybe there's like one or two big fights for Kayla, but that cut to 135 is tough for her. And I feel like she won't fight at 135 for that much longer for Bia to take the time to develop and work her way up the rankings. That's my opinion. I think Kayla will probably have retired by the time Bia gets to that point. Bia's very new to the UFC. I know she's going through people, but there's still, and I think it's smart. I don't think the UFC needs to rush Bia either. She's got time to develop and build her game even more, develop her striking more. Like, I think there's so much time to make Bia into a star. She speaks well. She's pretty. She's finishing girls. Like, Bia is a marketing dream. There's no reason to rush her into a title shot, in my opinion.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. This is a good one right here. For sure, guys. We are the biggest G fans, or I'll speak for myself. I'm the biggest G fan ever, and I want G to fight for the title. However, if Weili goes, hey, I want to fight for the title. I never lost. Me versus Mackenzie's a fresh matchup. I want this during the summer. This would be next for G. Like, this would be the next fight.
Makes perfect sense.
Right. This would be the next one. And it's a really good matchup. And the same thing, I'll say this again. I feel great about, and Jandrova is really good grappler as well. I just think G is different, and it's a number one contendership fight. I think G will get it done. I just do.
Well, and I think the difference in a G Verna matchup versus what Jandrova's matchup looked like against Mackenzie Dern is Mackenzie Dern she wasn't trying to stop the takedown. She wasn't even like, she was just like, yes, I am fine being on my back because I don't think you want to be in my guard. And I'm going to make it so difficult for you to pass and get to a good position to do damage that I can create chaos there. Meanwhile, I think Gillian has better takedown defense. I think she's going to threaten the front headlock very well against Verna Jandrova. Like, she presents very different challenges.
Right. And again, call me a homer. It's fine. I thought G's leg kicks were really nice in the first round too. Like, I thought that, like, there was two of them that, like, even like Bisping was like, whoa, like it kind of buckled Amanda. And I think G will do that enough to Verna. And am I wrong on this one? Is Verna like super old? I apologize. I just think they're in different, like.
I think she's in her 30s. Let me see. Oh, 37.
Yeah. There you go.
See, I think people don't realize that 115 is aging out a little bit.
And G's not like
right now. There's some really good young flyweights, and there's some young 15ers, but I feel like 115 is about to enter a changing of the guard. Yeah, this is already booked. We're just speaking hypothetically. That's actually coming up really soon. Isn't that on the April 4th card? Yeah, dude, we got to talk about that.
Yeah, okay. We'll talk a lot about this stuff with G when she comes back on. But yeah, G will be on in 14 minutes. This man, he's a problem. Kevin Legios is a problem.
I was saying Vallejos.
Say it again.
I thought you were asking me how to pronounce it. Vallejos.
Oh, yeah, please. And you ready for this? I thought Josh Emmett looked decent too. Like,
dude, Josh Emmett might have lost a step, but that's it. That's about it. Like,
you look great.
Still killing it. And dude, Ilia Topuria did not do that to Josh
Emmett. Ooh, we'll do that. Actually, I'll do that right now. Let me. I'm on my phone too. We'll do that now. But Elliot, keep talking about and what's next for Kevin. I love his call out of Yair Rodriguez. That is such a perfect call out.
That's a great fight. Well, and Yair has just been sitting around at the top of the rankings, not fighting anybody for so freaking long. They could have done the Lopez fight. Like, I don't know what he's waiting for. He's not getting a title shot. I think they should make him fight a guy like that. I'm in the wrong weight class. Hang on. There you are. Let's see, where is he at?
Am I the only one that when I saw the betting odds this week, and I like Mosarv knows how to win fights.
They took Yair. Wait, why do I keep clicking on the wrong one? There we go.
I agree with that, John.
Where is Yair? Yair's number 4. I mean, that is a big jump in the rankings, but I also just don't think Yair should be number 4.
Oh, crazy no. But that's the fight. That's the step of like Kevin is the top 5 in the world right now. Yair's not.
And I want to address the this question. I like Yusuf a lot. I think Yusuf's really, really good. I think one of the easiest ways to take somebody down is for them to not expect you to shoot. And how often have we seen Yusuf Zalal come out and fight like that? I really just think he had a great game plan. Emmett was not expecting him to grapple early, and like it just happened. You know, to me that was just I don't want to say it was like a lucky go out, because Zalal could have won a decision as well. But I think that it was a very good game plan. He eliminated the danger of Emmett, and I think he just didn't expect him to wrestle. So it's like, it's not like he went and got knocked out, like clipped barely and put to sleep both times.
Right.
I think Josh Emmett still has a great chin. I just think Kevin Vallejos, he is so young too, 24 years old. And he just has insane power. That dude is an athlete.
How about Josh Emmett versus Mike Perry and MVP late summer, guys? Come on.
Josh Emmett was
I do like Josh, though.
Mike Perry's big right now, isn't he? What weight are he and Diaz fighting at?
Welterweight, 170.
Yeah. Emmett's a 45er, Dave.
Yeah. You know, when you kind of leave the UFC, you kind of balloon up a little bit. It's what happens. And just shout out to Josh Emmett. One of my first interviews ever. 2016, I interviewed Josh Emmett, some shit like that. 2018, long time ago. Shout out. You read it?
Yeah, sorry.
I don't know how to pronounce it.
That's how Bruce Buffer pronounced it, so I'm just copying.
Hit it to me again.
Vallejos.
Vallejos?
Yeah.
Vallejos. Kevin Vallejos.
Stop saying L. Stop saying the L sound. Vallejos.
Vallejos.
Yeah.
Vallejos. Oh, Kevin Vallejos. No.
You're done, Dave.
Oh man, my Simber tapping on the iron. It makes me roll my eyes. That was a right guillotine. Yeah,
it was tight. I agree,
guys. And I said, what people do in the octagon, I will never disrespect or make fun. Like, you know, it's other than a bad eye poke or not like the chain or kind of in the roast potatoes. Come on. That's not how you say it.
Potatoes.
I would nail that one.
Dave's just waiting for everybody in the UFC to be named Brad Smith.
I know. Dude, I think that's why I fell in love with Grant Dawson at an early age. I'm like, dude, American?
Grant? Did you ever
Grant?
mess up Gillian's name when you first met her?
Nope.
Did you ever call her Gillian?
No. Not
Gilligan.
I once in a while, and you saw some of the messages. We have a group chat with all three of us. I love there's some of the interviews with me and G. We were kids. Like I looked so young. G looked like a baby in some of these interviews. It's awesome. It's the best.
I think there's one picture out there of her with like her original hair color that I've seen, and it just doesn't even look like her, but she was like a super baby at the time.
Crazy. The gay Joes. Wasn't DC calling Buffer out for the other week for saying names wrong and he said consent? Oh, dude, the best. And with me doing some commentary work, if you can't kind of rag on the other person, it's not good. Like that's a part of the shtick, the gig. So DC.
I can't remember whose name it was, or if he was joking or not, or if he was.
Oh, because Buffer's the best.
Yeah, I was like, Buffer very rarely it's happened. It actually happened a couple of weeks ago. He made a mistake, and I was like in shock. I was like, did Buffer make a mistake? I think he announced the wrong guy first a couple weeks ago.
Okay. Oh,
but that's like the first time I've ever seen Buffer make a mistake.
I think it was on like the first CBS card too. It was like the very first show. Yeah,
it might have been.
All right, I'm looking up odds right now on the London show, dude. Where I was getting at, I'm sorry, I'm just going to say this. LaRon Murphy at plus 200, plus 230 is, I think, very valuable. I'm just going to throw that out there. I don't think he's going to win. I think that's a good value.
I don't disagree with you. I actually thought the odds would be closer. I do think Movsar will win.
Me too.
I just feel like he's so good at mitigating the danger from dangerous fighters like LaRon. And once Movsar gets attached to you, he may not hold you on the ground the same way Grant Dawson or Moicano do, but he will ride you. And if he's attached to your back with his hands locked, whether you're on your feet or not, you're not knocking Movsar out. And so I definitely feel like I agree with you. I think it's a very valuable bet.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's going to hit.
Right. All right. So I got my 3-leg parlay. Are you ready for this, El? I'm going to put it in the chat. With that being said, I like Mosarv at minus 240. So Mosarv minus 240. You ready for this one? This is my wild one. Someone wrote it earlier. Roman Dolidze versus Christian Leroy Duncan. Good fight. Dolidze's plus 325. Give me that one, please, okay? So Dolidze plus 325. We talked about it earlier. Probably my favorite one on the fight night. MVP is only minus 185 against Sam Patterson. I love that one all day. So MVP. So I got Mosarv, MVP, and Dolidze as a big dog. Guys, that's plus 830. $10 to win 83, 100 to win 830. There you go. I think that's a really good parlay. Plus 830.
I need to find the odds. Hang on, because there's a pick I really like on the prelims, but I don't know if this person's already a big favorite. What are you on, DraftKings?
Hard Rock Bet. I live in Florida.
Oh yeah, that's true. Hard Rock Bet.
Oh, I just got the artwork for G. Let me post this real quick. Top 5 in the world. Just announced.
Let's go. Florida. Where is it? Oh, Florida sports betting. It has its own section. Do I have to make an account to do this?
I don't think so.
I just want to look at it. Let me do this. Hard Rock Bet UFC odds. Boom. Here we go. Okay. I just want to see the odds. Why won't it show them to me? It's just giving me articles about the odds. How big of a favorite is Chanel Dyer?
Man, this is riveting TV right here. Riveting. Remove all. Michelle Dyer. Dude, Mason Jones minus 130. I like that.
David, focus. Chanel Dyer.
I'm not joking. She's not on this. I'm sorry. Minus 475. Minus 475.
It's not worth it. I really like her.
Is it like a lock?
I think so.
A Francis Marshall lock?
I think so. Oliveira lost her last 2 in the UFC. Ooh. Chanel Dyer lost on the Contender Series, but she lost an insanely competitive fight against one of the best girls I've ever seen on Contender Series. And I think she's going to do really, really well in the UFC. She comes from a good camp. Like I was really impressed with her striking. So, Melissa Mullins is only minus 100. I actually like that pick a lot. Yeah. Isn't she Dixon now? Didn't she get married?
Still says Mullins on here against Luke. Yeah, I like, dude. All right. So you ready for this one? Even the chat talked me out of it. You're right. Mosarf hasn't fought in a long time. I like Lerone actually at home a little bit. I'm taking that out. I'm taking Mosarf out. So I got Melissa Mullins minus 110. I'm putting this in right now. MVP minus 185. Roman Dolidze plus 325. In what world is that guy plus 325? 3-fight parlay plus 1150. 10 to win 150, 100 to win $1,100. Yeah, Sean, minus plus 110. I got plus 150. Oh, whoa. The chat's telling me to take Roman out.
I'm with them, Dave. I think
plus 325.
Yeah, but he's gonna lose. So what does it matter what the odds are?
So MVP Mullins. What's my third one? Chat, help me out. What's the third one?
I don't know. Let me look at Dolidze real quick because I was kind of like, yeah.
I love MVP and Melissa.
I think he's gonna get picked at.
I love MVP. Dave, just take KO and Roman. Oh, that's actually not bad.
That's actually a good pick.
Sean, I like that. Wait. Mason Jones. I like that one too, Mason. Minus 130. I like that. Someone who cares.
I don't know.
Duncan Slam.
Jones one's risky too.
I'm out. So, the knockout. Okay, so let me go.
Mason. I think Mason Jones is a risky one.
Should I just put in your Dyer pick?
I just think the odds are so high. It's just going to kill your return.
All right. Michael Page, minus 185. Melissa, minus 110. Dyer, minus 475. Yeah, it's only plus 256. That's 10 to win $25. It's not good enough. We want a plus.
I feel like Mason Jones has been matched up super favorably since he got back into the UFC.
Yeah.
And he did great the first time.
Yeah.
And this guy, he's new. So it's always hard to tell. You never know how people are going to do on their step up. But like they gave Mason Jones, Jeremy Stevens, and Balaji Oki to get back in. Like,
what a life.
What
a life.
Like I just don't know. He looked really good. But he might only Nathaniel Wood. I once again I don't know that much about his opponent.
Yeah, don't like that one.
I like Wood a lot, but he sometimes loses close fights. Like doesn't always make like the best in-fight decisions.
Yeah.
What about Melissa? Or you already have Mullins in there?
Yeah, I got Melissa and MVP. Those are my two rocks right now.
Yeah, I like her. I really like that. Mario Pinto is way too big of a favorite. Minus 100. Yikes. I mean,
how about Luke Riley minus 240?
I don't think he's beating as well. Maybe take Michael.
I know.
Yeah, the biggest lock is Mario Pinto, but Vegas knows that too. He's minus 900.
You ready for this one?
What about him by finish?
Yeah, I'm adding Dyer and Pinto in there. You ready?
Okay.
That's what I'm doing, guys. That's plus 300. That's what I'm doing. I got Page, Mullins, Dyer, and Pinto. I'm plus 30. I'm going to win $30. I'm going to put 100 and win 300. Dude, I like these guys.
There's good picks.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm like just looking at people's records. I'm like trying to figure out the odds too.
I just got new artwork for G.
There's some really wide odds on this card, so it's hard. Let me see. Look at this.
So that White House, try to add a boost, Dave. I like it. I like it.
Yeah. I don't know.
No MVP is legit, but grappling looks terrible in Patterson's soccer. No, I know. Is he going to get inside at all against MVP though? He's so long and lanky. I don't know if Patterson gets inside, guys. I love MVP in this spot. Yeah. I love MVP in this spot.
MVP is so hard to fight. He's so hard to fight. He lags, he waits for you, he slows the fight down. I don't know. I'm with you. I don't know if Patterson's used to being the way taller guy too. So he can just reach for you. And I think that gives him gives MVP the opportunity to tag him because MVP's fast. I think listen, I wouldn't put it in a parlay, but I think Aswell is a very reasonable dog to bet on here. Luke Riley is coming in. Yes, he beat Bogdan Grad, but Bogdan Grad is also not a UFC established fighter. He was coming off of the Tough Show, right? So I feel like we never know how the guys coming off the regional scene are going to do. And Aswell has a hell of a chin, really good boxing, and he can wrestle as well. So I don't know. Maybe sprinkle a little because he's a pretty big dog.
Yeah.
And he trains with one of your favorite people. Joshua Van.
Who?
He's like besties with Joshua Van. They train together.
Oh, dude, Joshua Van's
I know you love Joshua Van.
Yeah, I love Joshua Van. How did the White House announcements get this? We went down this road way too long. I yelled a lot. I can't do it anymore. I'm on spring break. I should be
lose your voice.
Yeah. I just don't want to do that. But if I will say one thing on socials, and now please take it right after this. Sometimes socials are fake. I don't know. Sometimes boost and whatever. Maybe Chimaev has 800 million bots. But I don't. You just can't.
No. Every Muslim fighter does.
Sorry. Oh, there you go.
I was trying to find a less racist way to say that, but no, they do. It's definitely a thing that they do, especially the ones that are managed by Ali.
He's not managed by Ali.
They don't get along. I'm saying, I know for a fact Ali's guys have bots. But no, I think I don't know if it's also the region. I feel like everybody in Chechnya is obsessed with Chimaev. Everybody in where is he from? Ingushetia is obsessed with Movsar. They're like royalty there. So
they don't have football. They don't have baseball.
And then they have so few people like that in their culture. And so they follow them so religiously. So yes, it could be bots, but it could also just be the fact that he is uber famous in that part of the world. And there are a lot of people in that part of the world. So
yeah.
John Jones 1,000% has bots. Well, thanks. Duke said he loves my hair. Thank you.
I already put that up there, Al.
Well, I didn't even see it. I was too focused.
2 loves for Al. Wow.
I do have a question. Why not, for you? Don't start a rant again, but why not have put Strickland and Chimaev on the White House card? Strickland's an American fighter. Chimaev's a superstar.
Out of all the fights we talked about, that's the one that should not be on the card. That's the one.
You just feel like that might be bad.
They would burn it down, those two guys. And also the press conference, it would just be a little bit too much.
Yeah, apparently Ilya Topori has the most bots. Sorry. No, this is a more important comment. Big like for your show. Respect.
Thanks, Vlad. Thanks, Vlad. We appreciate you. What's this real quick? When L did the watch along with Kazmat fought Whitaker, I think more people cared about the main event.
No, I don't think you understand it because I did that watch along sitting in my office by myself. And it was the busiest watch along ever. And everybody was from that part of the world. A lot of people were from the Eastern Europe or the Middle East. And we're we can't get the stream. You have to tell us when Khamzat fights. Like that was the most commented thing in the entire section, and it was the busiest watch along I've ever done. It was insane. So I think, who said that? Was that Sean? Yeah, no, Sean's 100% right. Like Khamzat is a superstar. He's just not necessarily an American superstar the way that like John Jones was and Conor McGregor. Like I think Khamzat's starting to envelop the entire fan base, but he has always been a huge star from that region.
Yeah, pretty big.
This is also a good point. People have to have cleaner records in order to fight on the White House card. Chimaev also, like, there's been like a lot of speculation about his ties to the Chechen dictator, who is like enemy number one of the United States. Well, now maybe like 3 or 4, but yeah.
Can I ask you, and it's probably too, I don't like stuff like this above our head, and I just don't care sometimes, but Joe Rogan said it, so I think it's in our alley. Joe Rogan's like, man, I was all about this card. This is awesome. And now like we're in a war kind of and all that. Like now he's like, should we be doing this? I don't know. I
have to address this. Guys, Frank, I'm not saying Conor McGregor is an American. I'm saying he was a superstar in America. Like American fans like him. Not that stupid, I promise. You know they're gonna jump and be like, this girl. So I gotta make sure we address it.
All right. Well, we did a massive show about the White House, but this show, of course, we love Tuesdays after a Gillian Robertson win. Look at my smile. I have one of the biggest. Look at Elle's smile. There's nothing that makes us and Fight Banana smile more after a top 5 ranked win comes on. 5 wins in a row for Gillian the Savage Robertson.
What's up, guys?
Hello again.
Yeah.
Gee, I fired that graphic artist. I just want to let you know, you messaged us on Fight Bananas Official on Instagram. It was the top 5 outcomes, and there was a bad one earlier. I fired him. He's done. He's out of Fight Bananas. So now the next one, it's all W's for you. 5 in a row.
Yeah, exactly. No, that the graphic, but you know, we're gonna include that last one, especially. I don't even remember the name. You know.
She's so high in the rankings. I don't remember her name, you know? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Oh, how's it feel back to be in cold Fort Lauderdale or cold Florida?
I know. What is this weather, man? I'm coming back home. I have absolutely nothing to do all week, and it's storming. It's rainy. I'm stuck inside. I'm like, what is this?
We need a beach day. We need it to get sunny so we can all go to the beach. That's what
it was so nice this weekend. So nice in Orlando. Well, congrats on Gillian. Oh Lord, I think that's a good comment.
Yeah, I don't know.
What does she mean when she
went in on Frank for a second? Sorry, Frank.
Oh, Dean even talked about this, I think, part of the show about the strength and conditioning. Can you kind of elaborate on that, friend?
I don't do it. That's about it. Yeah, I haven't done it in probably like 4 or 5 years. I'm like, I just focus on technique more than anything else.
Congrats, G. You deserve to be top of the world. You work so and said for. I can't wait to see you fight for the belt next. There you go. A lot of pot. Did G even get touched? She looks clean. Jillian the cherry bomb. I think that's a nice comment. Congrats, Jillian. Oh, okay. This is actually a legit question. Lemos thought she was going to submit G with an armbar with the it looked like it was tight, but did you hear or did you watch the fight back? Dominic Cruz gave you a great couple minutes about you moving your hand to the mat. Was that your first thing too? Like you were like, hey, no, that's not close.
So I actually, honestly, I was giggling when it happened. I heard earlier in the week that she was in her like back locker room or like in the warm-up room drilling arm bars. And I was making jokes all week, like, oh, she thinks she's going to armbar me. I was like, oh, I'm going to get armbarred this week. And whenever she did it, I'm like, I was, like you said, like Dominic Cruz said, I instantly went thumb down. I was in a safe position. And I was just sitting there kind of thinking to myself, I'm like, oh, she actually went for it. She actually tried for it.
That's so funny. Go Canada, go. Jillian, I like your perfume. Smells like money. I think that's a...
I read the first half of that comment and was like, And I was like, oh, okay.
Oh yeah, you're part of it. I saw, we never talk about this on the air. We never talk about money or anything. But one of those bad MMA sites put and who knows if it's true or not. It was just funny between G and I. They put all what everyone made on the card, and it's Vegas. No one really knows. That's another thing. I think it's funny. But they said what G makes. I was like, hey, G, I got 4 kids, super expensive. Can I borrow a quick 20? But that's awesome. I love it, man. Crazy. Okay, so before you came on, we were talking about this. G, have you watched back the fight?
No, honestly, I haven't yet. For me, it's not something I'm proud of right now. I'm not really happy with my performance. So it almost feels like a loss to me where I don't really want to watch it yet. I'm going to sometime this week, but it almost feels like a Band-Aid I kind of got to rip off to watch it.
Yeah, I definitely think you should rip that Band-Aid off. I said this to you, and G, you know how much we love you. And I love you. I thought Lamoche looked good. I thought Amanda looked good. Sometimes Michelle Watterson was probably not the best Michelle Watterson you ever fought. You know what I mean? I thought Amanda looked great. And you still dominated in 129-28 in the last 2. Her first round, she looked very quick on her feet. Like you said, how powerful she was and strong she was. I thought she looked good. And I think that makes even your win even better. I think that just when you defeat someone that good and had a good night, she looked good. And you still got the dominating win. So I thought that was great. I give you kind of more kudos to that, if I'd be honest.
Yeah, I definitely think she came out with a strong game plan. And I guess this is what I should expect. What I didn't expect from her is she was playing more of a, I want to say, defensive striking game. She was staying on her jab, keeping me out more instead of being more aggressive. We expected her to be. In her previous fight, she's swinging hard, coming forward, using a lot of big looping punches, where she was more on her back foot with her jab, just kind of trying to stick me with her jab, not really coming forward as much. So I'm smart on her part, but that's what we didn't necessarily expect, but what I should expect from most girls, because who is going to want to really engage with me?
Right.
I definitely, no, go ahead. We can address Sean's. It honestly goes in with what I was going to say. Sean said the whole announcing desk was hyping up the technique you have. And this is what Dave and I were talking about before you came on. And Grant brought it up multiple times during your fight, was just the fight IQ throughout the fight. Your decision making, I think, is so elite, especially in women's MMA, where I think that is a huge hole in the game overall. And yeah, I just speak to that. And when do you think you developed that? Do you think that's something a piece you've always had innately, or is that something that you've developed more recently?
No, I think that's something that Dean's kind of, I guess, forced me to grow up with. If you watch during a lot of my fights, he won't really he corners, but he's not really saying too much. And it's always been like that since I was an amateur. And I feel like he's just trying to give me the opportunity to think, me the opportunity to make my own decisions. So it's something that I guess over the years of fighting, I've just had the opportunity to continue to practice it, because I feel like some coaches, they're almost like a video game controller for their fighters, where they're sitting there, they're like 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, shoot a takedown, giving them step-by-step instructions, where it doesn't really allow them to just develop their own ability to think.
It makes so much sense too, if you think about it, because 1, a coach can make a mistake. It happens. We're all human. We can make a mistake. And 2, even if the coach is seeing it, for him to think about it, say it out loud to you, and then you do it, that's 2-3 seconds. The arm bar is gone already. For you not to be able to do that thinking on your own, to me, is actually a big positive. And G, what I said about kind of what Elle was saying earlier, I think a lot of females fight so emotionally inside the octagon, and to the nickname that you have, and it's very well earned. You have such a savage, cold demeanor sometimes inside the octagon, in a good way. I just think other females fight emotionally, and you don't. You fight very technical, almost like a Terminator. And it's very easy to watch online. Watch on Paramount Plus, where you watch fights now.
Where you watch fights now.
Yeah.
This was kind of another piece of our discussion earlier. We kind of talked about how the fight with you and Dern might play out. And then obviously she's booked right now, but in a hypothetical world, a fight between you and Verna Jandaroba, we were kind of talking about how we thought it would pan out, and Someone Who Cares said, how would a game plan compare to a game plan versus Dern for you compared to a game plan against Jandaroba?
I honestly think that with Jandaroba, I would probably engage in grappling sooner. Where Dern, I don't know if I would want to engage in her guard early. Where I think she does have more dangers there. Where Verna, I think she's a solid grappler all around. A lot of her threats come from being on top, though. Where Dern, she's very dangerous when she's on her back.
For sure. It's easy to say good directions. Yeah, so 3 people commented about this, and again, I don't know if you didn't watch the fight back. The ref talked about it. They talked about it in between rounds with some of those elbows by Amanda, the back of the head, especially in that first round. One, did you notice? Did you feel it? Like, did you have something with the referee about that?
I definitely noticed.
Okay. Like, you thought for sure they were illegal? Like,
yeah. Okay. I took a couple, and then I heard him say something, and then I took like 5 more, and he did nothing after.
Yeah.
Why not foul in MMA when you're only going to get 17 warnings?
Yeah, I was like, why even give her the warning if you're just going to let her go back to do it?
Right. It's again back to when that's happening. There's nothing more than you want is to win and all that stuff. You already have enough motivation. Is there a little something that's like, all right, like Amanda, like you thought I was going to get you in the next round. Domination is coming. Does any more motivation happen when someone is cheating during the fight against you, or you just keep going?
No, I always think about that whenever like people talk shit before a fight. I'm like, what are they gonna do? Like fight me harder? Like right. We're already going in there to try to kill each other. I'm like, it's not really gonna get worse than that.
Last one probably for me, at least for now. So that face off, and I saw a funny couple of messages and stuff. You had to look at Amanda Lemos a different way. I think probably for the first time ever, a face-off. You're always so sleek with the hands behind your back, very demeanor face. You were not looking at her face. You were looking somewhere else. You had to check, right? You had to check.
Yeah, somebody was commenting on a post being like, oh, Gillian looked scared. I was like, nah, I was looking at her lips, making sure that we were making it to fight night, making sure we didn't have any cold sores going on, and we were all good. So I'm like, wasn't scared, just wanted to make sure that we were actually gonna that's what I was scared of, is that we weren't gonna make it to the cage.
That's so funny. Did you see those artworks I just sent you?
I honestly, I just woke up, so I had a quick chance to look at them.
Okay.
What a day.
I just sent them to you.
I love that.
I'm like, you don't know what life is like post fight. I'm like, there is no like time for any. I'm like, I woke up, I think at like 4 a.m., then went to go spar at 10, then came home and slept.
What a life. I saw you posted that Drew Dober thing, and we had a great conversation with Drew Dober last week. We got to make a couple of those cuts, about the DMF title and stuff. But yeah, it's a real thing. Like for sure, anything like you went to a fight. We just had a little mini vacation, and like when we get back, it's like, oh, it's like life is normal again. Like it's a real thing. It's how do you deal with it? You've dealt with it so many times in the UFC and so many wins. How do you deal with this postpartum? If I could say
postpartum.
Oh, no, that's pregnancy, right? Postpartum is pregnancy.
Okay. Sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. But honestly, I always say, I'm like, this is the only 2 weeks where I wish I had friends. I'm like, other than that, I'm like, I'm usually like in fight camp training all the time. I don't really have time to hang out with friends. I don't have time to go out and do things. I'm like, it's these 2 weeks. I wish I had like a group of friends that I could like have people to hang out with, go do something. I don't know. I wish it wasn't rainy right now. That's making it 10 times worse. These usually 2 weeks after a fight, I always tell myself you train when you want. So I'm like, I only go to the gym when I feel like it. And I'm like, even today, I only trained with one person and then hit the bag. So I'm like, I would do 1 round on the bag, and then we were doing like very light sparring with my main training partner, Roy. So I'm like, somebody I trust who's not hitting me hard, who we can just like move around, go super light. So I did like a couple rounds today, but still probably worked out for like 20 minutes total. And yeah, I'm like, I don't honestly, it's just like I don't know what to do with myself. It's a struggle.
It looks like Saturday it's finally going to stop raining. We can go to the beach.
Oh, cool. Saturday.
Yeah, it's a long way.
Here all week.
I think is UFC London different time for us? Isn't usually those during the morning? Yeah, I think so.
Daytime card.
Yeah, I think so.
Love when I get to go to bed at 10 o'clock. Nice.
Jillian, that sounds like perfect weather just to get stoned, watch some movies or shows, and eat some super badass food. Celebrate. You deserve it. Laugh out loud.
I need the TV recommendations. I need the shows.
We could do our true crime night.
There you go. Girls True Crime Night. 4 p.m. Oh, so it's 4 p.m. So it's earlier, not as early as I thought. I felt like it was always in the mornings.
No. The main card is at 4 p.m., Dave.
Oh, so the prelims start at 1. That's great.
Yeah. Let's go.
No, that's Saturday.
Sounds like a good day.
I heard this was good.
I hear about this all the time, too. I've never watched one episode. Never. I hear it's really good.
Guess that's what I'm doing today.
Julian's watching Landman.
Landman. And G, I think we'll talk off air about it. I definitely want to do that thing on Whatnot, and maybe all of us, all three, maybe Grant or someone else can try to get together in the next 10 days, 2 weeks, and
maybe 3 weeks. We're in Pittsburgh all next week.
Oh wow! Look at that, L. Dawson, busy journalist in Pittsburgh. I saw Impa Kasanganai and Dalton Ross talking some trash about that card.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't see any of it.
No watch task on HBO Max. Trust. All right.
We'll you totally should watch Mobland, by the way. There's only 1 season out, but it's awesome.
Yeah, I've been recommended that one before, too. I haven't started it, though.
If you like Tom Hardy, he's awesome in that. Yes, Moicano and Chris Duncan both train at ATT. They make it work. It's a massive gym.
Yeah.
They have different head coaches.
Crazy.
Honestly, I feel like neither of them really care either. I feel like they would just train together.
I feel like both of them have been around, so they're both grown men. Like, I don't know. They're going to fight. It's going to happen. But G, I saw something about your coach back-to-back weeks, right? The I can't think of his name, who got that awesome knockout. Wasn't it a first-round knockout? He looked so good.
No, he got a second round anaconda, but Alberto Montez.
He is really, really good.
Yeah. It had a clean anaconda. I'm like, the second he locked it in, me and Elle were talking, I believe, a couple weeks ago, whenever it happened. I'm like, I've just learned so much from his front headlock system. He's one of those guys who's just like, he's got something special once he hits the front headlock. Once he's there, that it's over. Has he
taught you that anaconda move, or do you has he put you into that before?
Well, he showed me the specifics that what he does that's different than, I guess, a traditional anaconda, or how people usually approach it. So I'm like, there's little tiny things that he does that just are just make it a little bit tighter, make it a little bit different, that it's not the typical way that people do it.
Nice.
You won Sean some money. Said took him by sub because she said that.
Look at that, dude. We won a parlay 2 weeks ago. Maybe someone put a lot of money on Gillian Robertson this Saturday. I don't know. Maybe someone did. We'll see. So we're doing all right. Last 2 weeks, 3 weeks in a row, Fight Banana is doing all right. They said he grabs under the armpit.
It is a little bit of that, because a lot of traditionally people usually go to this grip and then I want to say that before they go to that, where he goes straight to this grip, but it is also the way he rolls and how he gets his momentum to go under too. So there is more to it than just that.
I love it.
I gotta be honest, I've never the anaconda never clicked for me. The darce, I love the Islam darce. This really short choke here. Absolutely love that. But yeah, the anaconda it never quite clicked for me.
I feel like I'm sort of playing with a little bit of them now, but it's not something I was ever confident in until I met Alberto.
G won me 300. I love that. We love that. I think it was a couple years ago, we made an artwork and, guys, we don't need to mention a name that rhymes with bitchy. We don't need to rhyme that. We don't need to do anything that rhymes with Bill. We don't need to. There's only one name now. We got here. We're top 5 in the world. my rhymes are so good, El. It's only Mackenzie Dern now. That's it. Mackenzie Dern. I remember we made this artwork 2-3 years ago. You and Mackenzie Dern face off. I got to find it. I'll send it to you. Is that it? We're Mackenzie Dern Hutton now. That's it. No more.
That's right. We're saying you guys needed to fight way before she ever even won the belt.
Oh, years ago. It's been 3 years. I think I got that artwork.
No, honestly, I think since she got signed to the UFC, it's been a fight that and I wasn't even in the 115 division then. I was with 25er then, and people were like, "Oh, you guys need to fight. You need to fight Mackenzie." I'm like, me just being the submission queen in the UFC, her being the black belt outside the UFC, winning IBJJF multiple times, a lot of medals and things like that. So I'm like, I feel like everybody's always wanted to see this jiu-jitsu matchup, and the fact that it's happening for the belt, it just feels right.
It does. One thing we definitely said early, and we'll end it with this, G. It's we think it's a major difference, and you said this to me so much, and I use this from you. MMA grappling is different than jits. It's just so much different. And Mackenzie, if you guys are in a jits competition on a mat, that's a tough task. In an MMA fight where you can use your MMA grappling and just how strong you are on top and how heavy you are on top and your control, I just I don't know why. Other matchups and other fights, I'm like, oh, okay. This fight, I feel so freaking good. I have no idea what the betting odds are going to be. She's the champ, and I assume would be the betting favorite. Oh my goodness. I love you in this matchup. I think you versus Mackenzie is so nice. I think it's such a good opportunity. I love it.
Oh no, I think it's my time. It's my time for the belt. We're going to bring Canada's first female champion this year.
I love it. What do you have a perfect date in your head, perfect month or season that you'd be like, UFC goes, gee, yeah, Mackenzie's wearing it at this time. Does this work for you? And you're like, oh yeah, done.
I guess nothing specifically right now. We're going to look into stem cells, things like that for my hip, see if we can get that any better. Okay. Obviously, I think that was pretty evident in the fight. Walking out, even had a little bit of a limp, but so we're gonna look into try to get that taken care of as much as we can. I don't know how much we can take care of it, but try to get some things on that, and then we'll look into when the fight's going to happen. But I definitely know that they want me next in there.
Let's go. All right, there we go. All right. Hey, 5-fight win streak, 17-8 overall. Gillian the Savage Robertson, the Charles Oliveira of the female division. We've been saying that for a while too. G, have a good week. We'll talk off air about that thing we were talking about with the whole whatnot thing, and we'll talk soon, friend.
All right, sounds good. I'll see you guys.
All right, Gillian the Savage Robertson, top 5 in the world.
Hi, G.
Crazy. All right. We yelled enough about the White House. I'm done, guys. I'm done. I got a lot of artwork to post.
After G lately, I feel like there's nothing left.
I know. Guys, remember we used to go 2.5 hours. We would go 2.5 hours. Next week, I think next week. Oh, wait. Are you in Pittsburgh on next Tuesday?
I'll be flying. So no show for me.
All right. I think we might might try to 2 guests and maybe me, G, and 2 guests, or we'll call some maybe old school fight finesse people. We'll make it work. And then so you're gonna get a lot of content in next week, guys. Pittsburgh, L. Dawson, boots on the ground.
We haven't talked about PFL at all.
Yeah, next week.
Yeah. I'll be there next week, so we'll talk about it lots and lots.
I don't know, man.
Colby doesn't want to do anything except stir the pot and grapple guys that aren't wrestlers on RAF.
Yeah.
He's not doing anything. He's just trying to stay relevant at this point. Bo said he would fight Colby. Colby pretended he wanted it and then chickened out. So I'm over Colby Covington, to be honest. And I'm really enjoying RAF. I've really am hyped about what they're doing with that promotion, but Colby is the least enticing thing in RAF to me at this point.
Is that your bet? Is that your favorite out of the UFC type of like karate combat, bare knuckle, all that? Is RAF your favorite one?
Right now, absolutely. Absolutely.
Did you see DBX is in Miami in April 10th?
Isn't it always in Miami?
No, so last couple, it was like in Nashville. Remember, it was in Nashville a couple in a row?
I haven't followed that very closely, to be honest with you. I will say, I think the rule set is cool. The fights I have watched, I thought the rule set was nice. It doesn't interest me as much. RAF, I feel like they're still at a point that my issue with all the other promotions that aren't like the UFC and PFL is most of their fighters are not in their prime anymore.
Right.
RAF is still the best wrestlers at this time competing at the highest level against each other. So it's like, I'm loving it because it's not old retired fighters, other than obviously Colby Covington wrestling Luke Rockhold. But like, other than that, like it's really, really high level wrestling for the most part. At least the matches that I'm the most excited about. And so, yeah, we'll definitely do something with Dakota and Dalton when we get to Pittsburgh. Obviously, Dalton will be in his stomping ground, so I'm sure he's pumped about that. He's a Pittsburgh native. My geography. Me too, man. Me too. Have you guys talked about Sarukian? Oh, were you skipping that? Oh,
yeah. I don't know.
We did a while ago. It's it doesn't seem like anything came of it. Someday people will figure out that Arman actually will punch you in the face if you talk smack to him.
Yeah, he's
Bobby was like talking,
and that's why like the UFC is like, are we trusting? Like in a weird way, I don't think if Arman and Ilya gets booked, I don't think they fight actually in the octagon. I think crap happens. A little like Khabib Connorish. For some reason, I think something goes a little awry.
You mean Khabib Tony?
No, but I mean, like, remember Khabib Conor so much extra stuff. Like, and Ilya doesn't care either. Like, Ilya's very much like that. It's like, if you talk crap to him, he's just going to punch you. Like, they're both like that. I don't know. Don't know. But all right, we're out. We're done. When are we getting to watch along again? When are we getting to watch along? That's a good question.
When's the next number card? 327 is April 11th. This is actually a really good card. But this is Miami, right?
Yeah.
I'm kind of hoping we can go.
Maybe we should have done one for. I'll look into my Saturday, guys. If it's because it's during the day too. That'd be a fun watch along during the day. I'll look into it. Sean, we do miss. Yeah, it's been a couple. You're right.
It's kind of a great card.
Drop the ball on it.
327 is.
You're the best, John. Always love your question. I love John's hypothetical fights are the best. It's the best. Sean, about Arman fighting the belt August 32nd next. August 32nd. No, August 30th. Well played. All played. All right, guys, we're out. L. Dawson, Dave Van Auken. Thank you guys so much. Great show today. Gillian Robertson, top 5 in the world. Good times right now. Good times. We'll see everyone probably next Tuesday, unless Saturday something comes up. Appreciate it. El, any last remarks, anything inspirational you want to say? Because we're not going to see you next Tuesday. We need something very good out of you.
Peace. No, I'm kidding. I hate when you do this to me. I'm not built to close out the show. I'm just here to make fun of you when you're screaming at me about the UFC White House card.
That was fun. I went after
it. Stay tuned on the Fight Bananas pages next week because I will be in Pittsburgh with Johnny Eblin, Dakota Bush, Dalton Rasta. I think that's everybody we have on the card.
That's a lot.
ATT.
Are you guys going to play the dice game?
Oh, yeah. Well, definitely. There will be Liar's Dice.
Dude, just go live for Liar's Dice.
Everybody's heads. It's going to be a good weekend. I'm actually very excited about it. I'm good friends with Dakota and Johnny's wives, too. So I get to hang out with my friends.
Yeah, it was cool. They were good. There was a lot of post-fight show. There was one last week. Elle went live with G. Hey, sub the YouTube channel if you haven't on this very channel. We'll see everyone, guys, next week. Elle won't be here, but we'll make it work like always. Appreciate it. Enjoy, guys. Have a great day. Be blessed.